Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RattleMind podcast. I'm Rye, and joining me is my co-host. Awesome. Sorry we've been away. For some reason, my sinuses decided to flare up every time it was time to record. So my head was killing me. I mean, I'm still suffering a little bit, but not too bad. Thank you. Yeah, being the main, producer and stuff, it's kind of hard to get someone else to fill in when, you got to push all the buttons and do the recording. And all you want to do is lay down and keep your head on a pillow. All right. Well, it is spooky season, isn't it? So we get what? We're going to only get like 2 weeks of talking about spooky stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Because it was what, 2, 3 weeks maybe? Yeah. But I guess technically we'll record our the last episode of October on the 31st. So it would technically still be spooky for us. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna binge some Night Mind videos. Hold on, I'm replying on Discord. Um, Nightmind is a YouTube channel, obviously, because we always talk about YouTube channels. But he does ARGs and mostly spooky stuff. If I want to be able to look at his channel, but I have way too many channels I'm subscribed to. Probably easier just do a search. There we go. And let me do, whoops. It would help if I pulled it up so people could see it. There we go. Yeah, people, if you are listening and you don't know, we have a group of people that we invite to come and join us on the podcast, but sometimes they don't get to join because of circumstances. Sometimes they're just goofs and don't want to talk too much on voice chat. So, yeah. But yeah, Nick Nocturne is the host of Night Mind. There we go. I actually like that. And let's go to his playlists. He's got 10 tapes, post content, all the weird, creepy videos from the YouTubes or wherever they are. One that I watch a lot is, of course, Everyman Hybrid. I'm getting badoop doop doop booped. Uh, but yeah, there are a lot of spooky people on Halloween, so please, or spooky channels, so on YouTube, so go out there, find them, watch them, get scared because they're more scary because they seem to be more realistic than movies most of the time. Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah, you're getting there. Ah, let's see. Are there any go-to scary movies that you watch? Uh, I hate when that happens. I'm trying to think of movies. Oh, Hocus Pocus. My brain was stuck on Halloween movies, the horror aspect. I had to switch to the cutesy side. Yeah, that's why I'm not big on. Yeah, I'm not big on the mainstream horror movies like Halloween and Jason and Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, right. I've watched them. Well, some of them. I haven't watched all of them, but because there's like 3 dozen of them. So how am I going to watch them all in each franchise? So it's like I've seen like the first one of almost all of them, but Jason 10 was weird. That well, Jason 10 slash Jason X because no one knows what a Roman numeral is anymore. Well, the setting was in space on a spaceship, and they somehow discovered the remains of Jason, and they either thawed him or they cloned him, and somehow he got a metal hockey mask face, and he was going through the ship killing people. It was really way off of the standard premise of the movies because Jason is a campsite related, you're going to camp. So it was, yeah. So it was like, that's really far off from the main plot of the story wise. Yeah. Though one of the funny things about Jason X or whatever you want to call it, um, 2 of the characters were on a sci-fi TV show. One was actually a human, and the other was an android. And then in Jason 10, they switched, where the android one was the human, and the human was the android in that one. Yeah, so it's like weird but funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jason X didn't do very well. Let me just double check. Yes. Yeah, there we go. We'll just call it 10 from now on. We'll go Roman numeral style to it. Hey, that's a lot better than, X. Doesn't sound like you're talking about an ex boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to go shoot you an ex. I'm going to go shoot you an ex. You're going to go shoot my ex? I'm sorry. I kind of like my ex. I mean, we amicably broke up. This was not a. You don't need to shoot my ex. See, you can be on good terms with your exes. Don't shoot them. Exactly. Or you literally just part ways and, live your life. No hard feelings. Yeah. All right. So Jason 10 only made $17.1 million on a budget of 11 to $14 million. It was released in April 26th, 2002. No wonder it didn't do good. Why did you release it in April? The vast majority of the time they are released near October. So yeah, it was not one of the great ones. Yeah, I think I only really watched the first one. Yeah. Though the fun thing about the Saw movies is, and I do not suggest anyone play the Saw games, but I will suggest that you go to Jesse's Cox's YouTube channel, and I think it's on his. Yes, that's it. Uh, I believe. No, no, it was Gerard that did it. It was the completionist that did it, wasn't it? Well, the, if you go and look it up, watch their gameplay of it. They struggle so badly because of how terribly made that game is. Yeah, and supposedly the game is canon. It took. They actually The reason the most recent Spider-Man games did well was because they were not restricted to the movies or the other things. So they were actually able, yeah, they were actually able to make the game as a Spider-Man game in general versus here's what this is the premise. Yeah, you have to make sure that you follow the story beats of the movie, which I always found annoying because if the game comes out before the movie, guess what? You just spoiled the entire movie. A lot of the times they do. The They've never really promoted games well anyway, especially movie tie-in games. So I have to say, I have I've gone down that rabbit hole a little bit. No, but Bible Man was hilarious. Bible Man, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's any religion when you think about it. Right. Well, all the founding ideals of the United States are based on a Judeo-Christian framework for the morals. So, right. And that's why we have the First Amendment because it's we don't judge you on religion, and you don't judge the religion has no right to judge us on our uh, actual government itself. That's what separation of state and church is about. It's not about that one or the other can't talk about it or things like that, but it's just that saying that there is no direct control by a religious institution over the government, and the government cannot directly go into a religious institution and shut it down because they don't like it. Those are the things. Yeah, cults are all. I'm not sure cults even fall in religion at all most of the time. Yeah, story arc. Yeah, the reconciling. That see, that's uh the Christian side to the weird is always like that. And it's like if you ever watch their movies on that iceberg part of the Christian side, don't take them to heart. They're mostly funny because they're so stupidly written and the premise is just like, what? Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just they are you're having a pastor write these, not a person who's gone through actual study of, literature and what the hero's journey is supposed to be like. So you just get, I read this parable. I want to modernize it. Okay. No, don't modernize. I'm going to modernize this parable. I want to make it relevant. Dude, that story is about feeding people with limited supplies, and you're going to go into the religious tirade first and not the struggles of actually, delving out these supplies. Actually, that, you know what, that wouldn't be a bad movie. You only got so much supplies, you have to divvy it out, and you got to survive based. That actually is a good premise. What the heck, I just screwed my own thing up. Here I was thinking, pretty much. Well, I was thinking of, the tale of Jesus feeding 5,000 people, but he only had like two fish and a loaf of bread. And yeah, so that's what came to my mind at first. And it's like, wow, you know what? That's actually a good premise for a movie. Darn it. You just need someone who, actually thinks versus, I'm going to veil it under I'm very thin piece of see-through paper, and there you go. And there's no hiding the fact that, I'm actually talking about religion. It's fine to talk about the religious story. It's fine to relate to the religious story. You can even bring it up in the movie. That's what's happening and that's what you're comparing it to. But don't base it directly on, here's what we're doing. And, now this person here, he must be God because he is delving out all these small amounts of supplies to so many people. No, you do not. Yes, go ahead. Yes. Yeah. And it's, no. Yes. You, You don't force feed your agenda. You let it slowly come out, and then you can relate through the actions of your character that there is a religious tone to it. Not saying, here is what I'm messaging to you. You must listen to my message only. Because, yeah, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and those books were loosely based off of the Bible and things like that, just to give it more. Because the author, I can't remember his name right now, was a very religious man, and he wanted to write something entertaining that could be a good moral basis, similar to, the Bible. And that's where I think, well, like I always say, I could be 100% wrong. This is just my interpretation, my opinion. So don't think that it's, me saying it's the absolute truth. Remember, this is the internet. The internet was made for porn. Um, uh, I think about that song too often. For some reason, I will go through my yeah. For some reason, I will go through my rabbit hole of like just watching videos on YouTube, and somewhere in there will be a reference somehow to that song. It's like, well, it happens. Oh, yep. We really went off track with what the general theme of this episode was. Yeah, any of those movies that are based off of horror movies, but given to the Christian uh, production companies, it's always cheesy and hilarious to watch. What is? I know there's one that was really well, not popular, but was big on producing stuff, and they usually did make the cheesy, campy religious movies. I can't remember what it was, but they had a mascot that was like a persona of the studio head. Oh, I can't think of the studio. I've spent way too much of my life on YouTube. And the funny thing is I did not watch YouTube until like 8 years ago. Ah, yeah, we can go back to horror movies. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. This one sounds interesting. There's a movie here. This is the title of the video that I found. In 2020 in 2145, androids cultivate human atheists because religious people captured the universe. First of all, what type of title is that? And yes, I'm going to eventually click on this and watch it. I know I am. But exactly, it's so dumb. I'm going to have to watch this in a little while. Yeah, most of these, yeah, these religious movie people are creepier than creepy can get. All right. Yeah, well, if they're coming out of Hollywood, you know they're coming out of the messed up, perverse people that used to, you know, favors were the only way of getting things done. Ugh. But yeah, back to horror movies. I have no idea. Yeah, isn't that weird looking? I'm gonna have to watch that one too, just because it looks like a stereotypical devil standing next to a giant window is the thumbnail. All right, yeah, we should probably wrap up on that topic. Yep, we'll go for another 10 minutes and then I think we'll be done. Uh, yeah, the big Halloween movies, franchises, they always end up being really campy. And, the first movie is always super scary and stuff. And then as they go on, it's like, yep, we know what this is going to happen. Up, there's the token stoner. He's going to get killed. Up, there's happy-go-lucky virgin. They're going to survive. Up, there's Jilly Bean and Marcus. Uh oh, we lost Panchi. Welcome back. Okay. Can't handle to talk about Jilly Bean and Marcus going off into the woods and getting freaky. I was just making things up there, but uh yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. Uh, you, nope, nope. It completely cut out before you did that. Then, yeah. I've watched. I think I've watched Ernest Goes to Jail and Ernest Joins the Army. Yeah, but yeah, he also played Jed Clampett in Hello. I can't speak. The Beverly Hillbillies movie. He was Jed Clampett. Yep. Um, but yeah, he was an awesome actor. Hilarious. Yeah. And the odd thing is that when he did serious work, he was good. I mean, he was amazing as a goofball, and he was still amazing as a serious actor. It was like, wow. Right? Man, it's so sad that, Brendan Fraser didn't get to stay in being a big name for so long. I mean, he had a period. Yeah. Yeah, and he also hurt his back on the last Mummy movie, I think. And that's why, yeah, I think that's what it was, is that he hurt his back really bad and got addicted to the painkillers. So that was another reason why he wasn't making movies. And that was also the time when he got super depressed because of personal issues aside from that. And yeah. I mean, I love Brendan Fraser. He is a great actor. I've watched almost all of his movies. So, yeah. Bedazzled, or yeah, was it? It's not Bedazzled, but what? Maybe it is. I can't remember. But the one where he got wishes from the devil. Um, no, no, that was me. No, that was me being typing because I want to know the. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in Doom Patrol as the voice of Robot Man for a while. Um, doo, 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 doo. Inkheart was an interesting movie. No, sadly, no. Right, which we do easily, because that's just what you do. Yeah, it is bedazzled. It does. Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley was in that. She was the devil. All right. Yeah, horror movies are fun. Oh, you know what? Cute movies, cute Halloween movies. The Great Pumpkin. Yes, that's one I always watch during Halloween season. You know, if you're in the campy mood of watching things, you watch the Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, and The Great Pumpkin. Yep. I feel so bad about, all these whatever generation is coming up. I can't keep them track anymore because I'm not even sure if I'm a millennial or not because, they keep changing the dates on me. Yeah, I am literally 85. 1985. Yeah. Right, because we are still pre-internet and have memories pre-internet, and that's why they get fuzzy on this because most millennials are post-internet. So, um, what was I talking about? My brain just shut down on me. Yeah, I think so. With that, thank you everyone so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. And we do have a Let's Play channel, which I'm going to plug right now. It is RattleMind Plays. Well, basically, I'm the only one playing games right now because I'm playing solo games. But we have Space Engineers Run that I started, as well as a playthrough of the game Killer Frequency. So, yes. And I'm not going to describe it right now because we're trying to end the episode of the podcast. So, if you want to actually figure out what it's about, check it out. Yeah. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go? All right. And we will hopefully see you next week as long as my sinuses, stay decent. So, until then, later.